Thank you for taking the time to view this video about what is a relationship registration certificate and my soon-to-be released book, Avoid the Migration Minefield: Safely Migrate to Australia from the Philippines. If you are lodging an application to migrate to Australia under a de facto visa pathway and the Filipino applicant and their Australian sponsor are unmarried, are currently divorced, or secured an annulment, or are both single at the time, then a relationship registration certificate, or RRC, may be applied for and once issued, used to lodge a valid and genuine de facto visa application in lieu of the 12-month cohabitation requirement. The RRC is a certified application form sent to the birth, deaths and marriages, giving notice to the Australian sponsor's particular state or territory department a 28-day notice before a certificate is issued in that state or territory of their registered de facto relationship. It is usually submitted by the Australian sponsor. However, not all states and territories allow an RRC to be registered, so please contact us for the latest updates regarding this matter. The certified application form will need to be signed and all attached documentary identification evidence will need to be notarized in the Philippines by the Filipino applicant before it is sent to Australia to their Australian sponsor for further processing at their particular births, deaths and marriages. Confused already? Well, I have a solution for you. Hello and mabuhay. My name is Jose Respall and I am a registered migration agent from Australia, a Justice of the Peace in Queensland and New South Wales, with an operation based both here in the Philippines and in Australia. For over 15 years, I've been assisting Filipino applicants and their Australian sponsors to successfully lodge, then secure their partner visa grants from the Philippines to Australia using my exclusive 5-step e-partner visa application process. I took the time out to write this book, which covers the 5-step partner visa application process and, most importantly, provides information of the consequences of an unsuccessful partner visa application from the Philippines to Australia if you decide to do it on your own. Or, worse still, you happen to choose and then use unregistered and unscrupulous individuals or organizations in the Philippines or in Australia to help you. For those Filipino applicants and their Australian sponsors that have developed a relationship in the Philippines and then who decide to do their own application, they run the risk of stepping into what I call the migration minefield, along with the emotional roller coaster ride that eventually happens to them. Many failed Filipino partner visa applicants, and especially their Australian sponsors, have described it to me as an unpleasant and uncertain journey. In other words, a miserable and expensive roller coaster ride experience. Over the years, I have witnessed so many applications under the family stream pathways, namely spouse, fiancé, de facto, visitor or tourist, child and parent applications that had been refused unnecessarily. If only they had contacted me earlier, before they started the application, it could have all been easily, well, avoided. This is why I encourage you to download and read the first 4 chapters of this book. These 4 chapters will give you a very good overview of the importance of using a qualified and experienced registered migration agent such as myself. I assure you it won't take long to read. Now, applying for the Relationship Registration Certificate, or RRC, the Filipino applicant provides the following information for the RRC to be lodged and issued to the Australian de facto sponsor, namely 1. The complete name and contact details of the Filipino applicant. 2. The Filipino applicant's usual occupation and gender. 3. Complete residential and email address of the Filipino applicant. 4. The Filipino applicant's current marital status. 5. Filipino applicant's date and place of birth. 6. the complete name of the Filipino applicant's father and country of birth. 7, the complete maiden name of the Filipino applicant's mother and country of birth. 8, provide enough personal identification to satisfy the 4 different categories for identification. And 9, remember to provide the correct amount to pay for the application itself. This is why there has never been a better time to lodge a temporary, or better still, a permanent partner visa application under the Family Stream Migration Program than now. Step 1 of the 5-step partner visa application is to download this book and read it. Then contact me, day or night, weekday or weekends, using Viber, Facebook, emails, Skype, Yahoo Messenger, to clear a time to assess your current personal and family relationships so you can avoid the migration minefield and make sure we nail that partner visa grant for you sooner rather than later. Step 2 is to register your interest to participate in our ongoing ePartner information conference calls that we regularly organize and schedule with our Filipino applicants and their Australian sponsors on our homepage, www.respall.com, and avail of our gift certificate when we email further information to you so you can be accurately determined if your relationship is valid and genuine during our one-on-one initial assessment, which will then set the proper stage to complete the next stages for you to eventually secure your partner visa grant for Australia. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I really look forward to welcoming you to Australia like the other hundreds of partner Filipino applications we assist each year. Mabuhay.